Good morning, everyone. This is the video presentation of my output. EL 113 FATTA, a survey on Philippine literature, Philippine fiction, looking at literature through the triangle approach. This is a story that is assigned for me entitled Children of the City by Amades Magrero, prepared by Ria Rinson. The writer's life. Amades Magrero, he is Philippine social realist. He was born in Ermita, Manila, April 15, 1941. He graduated from the Ateneo de Manila in 1965, from the University Santo Tomas in 1959. His short story, Children of the City, is a departure from his usual style. It won the Palanca Awards in 1941. He published his work in some magazines, and in later life, he was writing for the Philippine Daily Inquirer. He is already 30 years old when he wrote and published the piece. The writer's culture. The story was written in 1971. The society is experiencing extreme poverty, the crisis, and severe underemployment because during those times is under Marcos administration. The Plaza Miranda bombing on August 21, 1971 is the important event during those time. The culture of the people during those time is friendly, family-oriented, deeply religious and artistic population. The second part, which is the work, the element, and here is the evidences and the justification. The protagonist of the story is Victor. He is once an innocent boy, but tainted by the harsh reality of life. He is an innocent boy who turns into a bad boy because of his cruel experiences. The antagonist of the story is the other newspaper boy. When the other newspaper boy neglected Victor because he don't want to smoke and say bad words. The other newspaper boy wanted Victor to be like them. The setting of the story is this story happened in the late 1980s. Everything occurred in the dark, perilous busy street of Manila Boulevard. It happened in the dark street of Manila. And the main conflict, which is when Victor suffered from different kind of difficulties in life. He became a newspaper boy, learned how to say bad words and smoke cigarettes. He was influenced by a group of unmannered teenagers. And it was started when his father was shot during a strike, and when her mother abandoned him for another man. Victor's life was the symbol of this story. The experiences of Victor is a symbol of a normal citizen during the time of Marcos. Living is not an easy task, especially if you are a minority. The point of view is a third-person omniscient POV, which is point of view. To distract him, and his father playfully laid hold of him and hoisted him over his shoulders. Although Victor was getting a bit heavy for this sort of thing. The narrator has insights into what all of the characters thinking and doing all the time. Okay, the mood is gloomy, which means dark. So it occurred in dark city and in the street of Boulevard. This is how the place was described and experiences of the characters in the story. So the theme of the story is social injustice. When the father of Victor joined the strike just to fight for the rights. And the boy already experienced cruel life of his young age. Child labor. Victor became a newspaper boy at the age of 8. He already worked at a young age in order for him to survive. I have identified a figures of speech which is alliteration. The evidence is murky water gently, rhythmically swirling on the shore. There is a repetition in a phrase, gently and rhythmically. The moral of the story is the story shows us the way of life in order to survive. Life is like a spinning wheel, sometimes on top and in times in underneath. But life has blows that hits us. When it comes, we should be ready and prepared for whatever happens, not only our mental but also physical and emotional aspect. We also need to think wisely about the life that we are going to take and every decision that we make. It is our choice of what kind of life that we are going to take. The life and experiences of Victor as an 8-year-old boy. And the justification is the story helps us to open up our minds about how difficult the life is. It made us realize that life isn't easy, especially when we are under the minority. This is the writing the plot structure of the story. The story is about the life of Victor, an 8-year-old boy whose father was involved in a company menace because of unjust salaries and compensations. His father joined the employee strike and there he met his death when he was shot by the police officers. Victor was shocked to know the death of his father on a newspaper. Her mother left him because of another man. Soon, Victor trained to be a newspaper boy, together with the help of his Tio Pedrin, and he learned how to smoke cigarettes, learned how to curse say bad words, because he was influenced by unmannered teenagers. And Victor swore the life of the city. The city flushed with triumphant charity campaigns and seems captivating for those who have not tasted such life. The story ended when the author realized how cruel the world is, where workers were made to sign statements certifying they receive a minimum wage, where the politicians receive Holy Communion every Sunday. The third part is the reader. Yourself as a reader. It makes me feel the sympathy for the young boy who already experienced such cruelness in life at a young age. The features of the work stand out is life experiences because it's all about what happened of his life, the life of young boy. It made me realize about how lucky I am because I'm in a good situation, not just like what happened to the character in this story. Your culture. In the place where I am situated, the present culture that we have are helping and respect with each other and family oriented. The similar events in my culture in the works culture is family oriented. And here is the historical perspective. Yes, it refers to a particular history event. This story is related to the event that happened in the past, which is the Marcos administration. During this time, there's a lot of people who died just to fight for the right, just what happened in the story. Artistic literary tradition. It reminds me about the sacrifice of the people who joined the strike of the rally during Marcos regime. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless.